The project starts with the idea that every time there is a border, there is also a corresponding borderland. What I find particularly interesting is the dialectic process, the negotiation that turns a borderland into a border, or vice versa. This happens not only to geopolitical borders, but also to linguistic borders, for instance, which define the meaning of words or personal limits, political struggle, and so on. My project consists of an installation with some performative elements. Using an old camping tent, I try to define a physical border, separating an inside from an outside. My idea was to play around with two different conceptual dialectic couples. First, the dialectic between oppression and protection, which pertains more to the inside of the tent, perhaps. So inside the tent, you can feel protected, but also oppressed. Second, which has to do more with the outside of the tent instead, would be the dialectics between the transparency of the border and the inevitable distortion that it provokes. Artistic experiences are a particularly interesting example of the dialectic processes that happen within Borderlands. Since in the artistic experiences, things are what they are, but also something else at the same time, something hard to define and grasp conceptually. And when we experience that, we find ourselves in a creative condition, also as spectators, that makes us free, but also responsible to create those answers to the question asked by the work. And this is in analogy, perhaps, with how borders are created from or fade back into the gray area of Borderlands.